I love the times of daylight during this journey of living by faith in God's promise. During those times, I can always see exactly how things will be, and there was no fear and no worries. At the same time, I secretly love the times of darkness. It is during those night seasons that I burn the midnight oil of faith and watch for God to illuminate my dreams with His promises. The dream promises from God are my favorite because they're like captivating projectors of light, giving comfort through times of uncertainty. During the dark times, it can be scary because the fears and worries can cast shadows that are not real. Yet it is during the darkest night that the stars of God's promises shine so brightly and leave us awestruck with shimmering beauty of God's intentional love. Like the silver lining on a crescent moon, the darkness next to the radiating beauty is so breathtaking. The thing about God's promises to us is they're like babies receiving milk. And if we do not keep our thoughts in positive alignment with what He promised, the baby of promise will reject the fulfillment. What we think about can either hurt us or bless us. I went through that in a past season. God had given me a promise after promise of abundant provisions. But I was thinking negative thoughts instead of believing what God had spoken. Like a baby spitting up milk twice, I went through twice the amount of struggle and hardship. God was still faithful and He kept His promise to supply. But it was not as grand as I had hoped. That is because my thoughts were negative and doubtful. In order to see the promise prosper, they cannot be mixed with any unbelief. The most worshipful thing that we can do is maintain positive, faith-filled thoughts and put to death all negatives of fear, worry, and doubt. The night before God gave me the material for the Dream Diamond class, He showed me that I would get an attack from an accuser and there would be no sales. But then He promised me $5,000 in my dreams, and God said I would be carried through this by Him. As I was receiving the Dream Diamond class, Jesus took me through a beautiful dance and showed me exactly what to say through it. Since the witchcraft attack against me was still going on, I held on to my promise from God for $5,000. And night after night, God would show me hidden treasures in my dreams to show me a map of my promise coming. He showed me one night that a medium-sized manatee would swim up to me, and the manatee had $1,000 written on it. After the $1,000 manatee swam up to me, God showed me a second larger manatee that would swim up that had $5,000 written on it. A day or two later, God delivered me the $1,000, and I knew I had received the fulfillment of the manatee promise in my dreams. I also knew from my strange and unique dream that $5,000 would soon be coming as well. God would show me every night in my dreams how to receive the promise. He showed me that I needed to feel like I already had it, and that is what I did. I would put on some instrumental music and pour myself a soothing bath where I could completely relax. Then I would start by thanking God for my fulfilled promise. Thanking Him first would naturally stir up my faith to believe and receive. Doing so would open my heart to receive the promise and help me from spitting up like a baby as I did in the past. I imagined that I already had the promise, and I explored how it made me feel too. What we feel is often the underlying truth of what we really believe. We either have the joy of believing or we don't. We cannot feel abundant and lacking at the same time, just as we cannot feel the joy of fulfillment and fear of doubt at the same time. When we abide by what God promised, we are aligning our emotions and thoughts to match the promise. Then it causes us to receive the birth of that promise and not have a spiritual miscarriage. I practiced these faith exercises for a while, and one day it just happened. I was doing nothing special, just sitting on the couch reading an article, and I was notified that my $5,000 promise was fulfilled. That time, instead of rejecting the promise twice like a baby spitting up, I was double blessed with a promised birth. It felt so amazing to see the birth of this unique promise symbol for my dreams. Something else really incredible happened to me too. God lit up my dreams even more with His promises and revealed a map of the most incredible things to come. The Dream Diamond class that I made is just a simple audio class that you can do in the comfort of your own home. It's all about pulling the hidden promises from God that many people overlook. I've seen God turn a dime that I found on the ground in my dreams into a $10,000 reality, but I had to pull it out by faith. God has hidden riches and secret treasures for us in our dreams, and they take focused, childlike faith to draw them out to believe. It's like diving deep and looking further into something shimmering at the bottom of the ocean and finding out that the rare and exquisite pearl will be completely life-changing. The little class was created for treasure hunters and the dreamers. I made it for those who love to go swimming to find secret caches of gold and turn paper butterflies into real butterflies that dance through the air. It's a simple class. It's only 7 short audio lessons, and it comes with 2 prophetic symbol and number charts for you to enjoy as well that you can download and keep forever. You can find that at my website at www.diamondsfromthedust.com. I also have other things there too that are really wonderful treasures. I offer personal prophetic love letters. If you haven't really received a map of promise from God, it's a great place to start. In the prophetic letter, what I do is I pray on your behalf and I make you the center of focus as I spend time with God, and then He gives me a very unique and personalized love letter of promise for you to hold on to, and that promise will come true as you trust and believe, and of course have faith. So there's so much more, and there's so much more to come. The Dream Diamond class is so enjoyable and it's life-changing. It has helped me bring so many dreams to the surface and little things that most people would never imagine could even be a treasure from God. I hope to see you there soon. May you scoop up Tahitian pearls that most overlook and stumble upon the rarest blue diamonds scattered along the ocean bed. Much love and blessings.